Okay, I'm out here. Yes, I'm wearing the same clothes. Basically, I'm trying to film 2 videos in the same day before I lose the weight. Okay, we're going to talk about starting a worm farm. Okay, things you need to start a worm farm is obviously something for them to live in. We use these Lucky Buck buckets because I'm basically a deer hunter, but you can use a pastry bucket. You can buy those worm factories. No, there's tons of stuff that you can actually use. Some people drill holes in this. I don't drill holes in it, but I've been doing this for a while and I kind of know about the moisture content that I'm looking for. Okay, obviously you're going to need some type of bedding. Okay, this right here is just some old potting mix that I use over and over and over and over again. You could use cocoa coir, is actually the best thing for it, for the sustainable side, but you have to mix it in. If you're just starting, you have to mix in a little bit of either compost or some of your garden soil or some of the compost tea that you make. That basically helps get the stuff in there to help break down the food. I also got a experiment that failed on me, but I'm still going to use it. I have high hopes for it. I'm just not sure it's going to work like I expect it to. Basically, that was trying to start a mycorrhizal, from my own mycorrhizal fungi, and it didn't quite work. So I want to go back to my original system, which is when I get plants growing, put it in the garden. Anyways, I know about the moisture content that I'm kind of looking for. And it's just basically, when you squeeze it, you want it to have just a very few drops. So this just dry stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna put that much in there because I'm gonna have some stuff to go with the worms. Now, I'm gonna mix this up with it. You know, use whatever you got, guys. Still a little bit dry. Okay, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Now I got the bin to the right moisture level. Basically, when you squeeze it, I see a little bit of water come out. You know, now we get to the point to where you just add your worms in here. Now we're on a 2-week cycle with our worm bins. I've got a screen harvester. You can do light harvesting. I've done that, but that takes forever. 1/4-inch screen. You can go down to an 1/8-inch screen. You can go down to a 16th-inch screen. All depends on how fine you want your castings, okay? Basically, what we do is, I'm one-handed here, and we'll harvest this bucket. We're at the end of our 2 weeks, which we actually are at the end of our 2 weeks. Right there. And this is great because you could actually look at the healthier worms here while you're harvesting. Basically, you want, I saw one, probably dumped it over. There it is. This is a good, healthy worm. This one, not so much. Okay, he's still got a little growing to do. But that's okay. And we shake it. Now, typically I do this motion, but I got the camera in one hand. Now, pretty much when we're done seeing castings fall, we just dump it into the bucket here. Alrighty. I'll see you all when I get done harvesting. Okay, this right here is about average what I get this time of month. Is out of those 2 buckets, I get roughly half a bucket of worm castings. And this ain't all worm castings. You can see there's wood shavings in there from the hamsters. They're getting this is like the 50 millionth time that I filmed this section. There is also some undigested material, undigested bedding in there, and there is this. This is basically a worm egg. Now, what I can do with this is I can stick this in basically what's called an incubator-ish, and then start my next bed from there. But with this system right here, I don't produce enough worm castings for my garden, okay? And that's okay, because here's a little trick that I'm going to tell you. You take a cup and a half of this, mix it with 1 gallon of water, stick an air stone in there attached to an air supply, air pump, or whatever. Let it bubble overnight. Now you want to add either unsalted molasses, you can add honey, maple syrup, or you can buy a compost tea catalyst, which is just basically a powdered kelp mineral. Add that to the water. Let that bubble either overnight. You can go a full 24 hours. You can go up to about 36 hours. It all really depends on what you want, okay? Then you take this, mix it to, take the tea that is, mix it with 5 gallons of water, okay? And then spread that all over your garden, okay? That's basically it. I'll see you all in my next video.